Last year, when the last quarter of my junior year was canceled, I thought, so this is what it's like to be in a apocalypse movie. Basically, I thought it was the end of the world. But then this year just came and it proved me wrong. It could be a lot worse.
It was kind of a depression, not a depression, but a depressed state, I guess you could say. I knew that they missed their teachers. They missed engaging and seeing them face to face.
Especially in theater, which is such a communal and social activity, there's a true sense of loss, of grief almost, of not being in that same space. It was never the case where there was even a possibility of us canceling the musical. That never even crossed the realm of options. There was never even a question of, am I still a theater kid? Is this a part of my identity that I'm losing? Because they're losing so many other things that we wanted to keep that consistent for them.
We realized that we were going to have to write the play and find the music and put it together.
I was really amazed at how they quickly ramped up to, we're going to do things over Zoom. They quickly coordinated, put a plan together. Okay, we're still going to have shows. This is how we're going to do it.
It kind of puts some truth behind that comment you hear in theater, that the show must go on. When my son Diego was telling me that they're going to have a theater production over Zoom, I was thinking, oh my God, how did they pull that off? Going from one scene in one house to another scene in somebody else's house and coordinate that and have the music and the lighting and all that special effects. That was just huge. Hats off to them for that. It's awesome.
Despite these circumstances, the theater community has found a way to push through. We managed to stay and keep going, making productions, making happiness, really.
To be honest, I was a bit skeptical of how we were going to pull it off, but it actually came out a lot better than a lot of us thought. It wasn't so much a traditional play as a collection of songs and short scenes to bridge them together. Basically all around a central theme of our place in time.
So we started with shows like Matilda. And we ended with shows like Mean Girls. There was development and maturity in the choices. And then we wrote the show around what those characters were going through, what obstacles those characters were facing, and the team of writers and I fleshed that out in between to make the songs connect.
One small voice in the universe.
One true friend in the universe. Please believe in me.
Hello? Graciously, Diego.
XOXO, Pamela.
With peace, Kana.
Theater as an outlet for students is generally, I think, very important, but it's also a place for them to discover not only parts of themselves, but also things about the world.
Kids need to see names like theirs in print by writers who share their experiences. We were invited to do Tafoya Toro by the writer Lorenzo Gomez, and he wanted us to put together a sort of readers' theater, sharing his story.
And so once we realized this is a book about fear and anxiety, and then middle school is just the setting and the backdrop for these stories, now I have to pick the stories that bring that subject to life.
One of our students, Miguel, talked about how the story Tafoya Toro was really moving to him because he had been bullied as a young person. He hadn't been really able to put it into words, and the character helped him sort of face and say out loud some of the experiences that he had as a middle school student.
Dear Miguel, never be afraid to express yourself. You are strong. You have meaning in the world. So much more than what people say.
Those soft skills of creative problem solving and teamwork, all of that just comes naturally to theater.
When I was first
getting into theater. It wasn't what I wanted to do, it was just an elective. In fact, I wanted to get out of it as soon as possible. As I got more into theater, more into tech and talking to people, and then more into acting and being on a stage, I got more and more comfortable. I made more friends. I was doing things I never thought I would be able to. I can hold a conversation and I could approach new people, which I just couldn't do before.
Theater has basically allowed me to see things from other people's shoes and maybe adjust my personality to certain situations.
It really did help with my confidence and with being able to talk to people and like socialize and stuff.
It really is a team sport, having to work with techies and actors on stage and getting them to coalesce.
Every single second is just shaping me to be more myself. I couldn't express really who I was because I was scared to. I've more and more lost that fear, and now I just feel more me.